evening, lacrosse fans. Welcome to the Garner P. Rickard Arena. This is Game 2 of the Meredith Cup 2017 edition. Mark, Game 1, we talked about all of the drama, the lead changes, the ejections from the game, the goalie changes. You know, what can we expect tonight from Game 2?
Well, I think we'll get much of the same. That was an exciting game. Entertainment value was an A+. I was a Brantford team right now. I think I'd go in there and I'd get these guys try and stay a little more focused. That is one thing I think we're going to want to see Brantford come out and improve upon is their discipline and play. Teams were fast, teams were gritty. It was exciting playoff lacrosse for both clubs.
So, Mark, we're going to look at our players to watch tonight. For Brantford, number 5, Drayden Dredge. He wasn't here in Game 1. He had work commitments. You know, he's pumped to be here. I saw him before the game. He's excited to be back in the series. You know, how important is this guy back in the lineup?
Oh, I think it's huge for them. He's a righty. Hopefully he's going to complement the strong lefty side that the Brantford Warriors have. Ty Argent had 5 goals and a couple assists in last game, but he's going to need some help and having somebody strong. He was a leading scorer for the Brantford Warriors in the regular season with 41 goals. Hopefully he can be somebody they can go to and take a little bit of pressure off of Ty Argent with us off.
On the other side, Mark, we got number 17, kind of a surprise in Game 1. Wasn't really the guy that we were looking for a lot of offense out of, but Matt Holliday scored, 4 goals? 3 goals?
Yeah, very quietly, too. I mean, he was efficient. He's strong. He's a stocky guy with a good stick. He scored them from all over the floor as well. Came out with 4 goals and 4 assists. So as they locked off on Braden McGregor, the other guys picked up the pace, and he was one of those who had 4 goals and none bigger than the game winner with 30 seconds left. Matt Holliday had a huge game.
And Mark, I think we talked about it in Game 1, how each team has enough firepower that when they try to shut down who they think is going to be the perennial powerhouse for the offense, each team has 2 or 3 other guys just waiting for the ball who can bury it. So,
yeah, absolutely. If they can be well-rounded in that offense and keep the defense back on their heels, we're going to have an exciting game here.
Their guy all year, you know, he had a great game last game, his first time in the Meredith Cup. You know, how important it is tonight that he comes out and keeps this team going. I think he's kind of the linchpin of that defense.
Oh, he was very solid. He's an Angles goalie. They had to solve him with the cross crease plays and get him moving a little bit if they got in front of him. But Nagy did his job. If you can kind of hold the other team to 10, 11 goals, you give your team a chance to win a game, and you're looking for more of that. If he plays consistent, that's what Brantford.
For Clarington, Cardiff came into the game last time. 10 minutes in, the Brantford Warriors got up 5-2. Just 10 minutes in, they were able to chase him. But, you know, how important is that he gets a start tonight and he's able to keep his team on a roll?
Oh, he was huge. Not only did he just come in to relieve a shaky start by Underwood, it took about 10-15 minutes before the Brantford got a goal past him. And it wasn't until the third period before Brantford started solving him with 4 goals in the third, but that was just enough time to settle his team down and get back, and they took the lead and started coming back in that game.
I think too, Mark, because these teams don't see each other in the regular season, there was a lot of kind of feeling each other out last game, trying to, you know, see where the where the strengths and the weaknesses are. And I think tonight, you know, we're going to see some key matchups. We're going to see some some of the coaching maneuvers, getting the right defensive guys on the right offensive guys, and we might see a bit of a different look tonight. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can look at names on paper, but it's nothing quite like seeing how they play and how they're getting those points or what kind of a transition game the teams bring. So now that they've had that game to feel each other out, probably watch some game film for countless hours between Tuesday and today. I think we'll see some even better adjustments or setups by the coaches and the players to see what they can.
All right, so with warm-ups almost done, Mark, here, the stage is set. Game 2 coming to you from Clarington at the Garner P. Rickard Arena. We'll be back right after this for the opening faceoff.
They want to play even up, 5-on-5. Lacrosse, they played fantastic, but they gave Clarington a chance to get back into the game each and every time that they took some major penalties and gave the Shamrocks the power play.
Brantford wins the opening faceoff, but quickly turns it over. Clarington now with the ball. McGregor, he's going to bring it over.
Checked tightly by Ty Argent, who's had 5 goals in the first game.
William Carndiff up top. Quick shot. Gales with the early goal. Mark getting right past Nagy, shooting low. We talked about that in game 1, how both these goalies are top heavy. You know, I think they figured them out in game 1, the second period.
Oh, Carndiff with a great shot from up top. A good look, had the lane. Strong ball handler for the Shamrocks. The first goal of the finals, had 4 assists in the first game here in the Meredith Cup finals.
Clarington wins the face-off this time. That was Riley Gerard. He gets the ball over. James Houston, he dishes off and goes to the bench.
There's Matt Halliday that was passing it down, who quietly came out with 4 goals and 4 assists in that first game, and none bigger than the game winner.
Here's a big strip by McGregor, Mark, our player to watch in game 1. And there's no goal there, says referee Shane Smithers. As they said, McGregor broke the plane. Tonight's referee, Shane Smithers, Mark Smith, and in the box, Mo Urshad. Mark, we talked about the officiating in game 1. It was solid. It was consistent. We're hoping for, pretty much the same here in game 2. Letting the guys play, but calling the penalties that need to be called. Clarington trying to bring it up. Good forecheck by Brantford. They've eaten up almost half the clock before Clarington gets the ball out.
Michael Como, good solid lefty for Brantford. And, we got another goal by William Carndiff. Makes it 2-0 for the Shamrocks here early on win.
Clarington just came out. I saw their warm-up, Mark. They were fired up. Brantford was fired up as well, but Clarington a little bit different look. I talked to Coach Brock before the game, Brock Harrison. He said, you know what? It was a road game. It was game 1. A little bit closer than they wanted, but they're fired. They're on home turf tonight. So, yeah, you know what? Brantford better stop the floodgates here soon and get one of their own, or else Clarington could go on a bit of a run here.
Oh, yeah, lots of time. 2 goals. Obviously, you don't want to be down 2 goals a minute and a half into the game. But we know the firepower that Brantford has, and they've shown in that first game. So there's a couple shots away from tying this up or getting right back into this game.
Brantford there trying to get an offense. They haven't even had a shot on net. Can't get through. Clarington on a fast break.
Tyler Farquharson with a breakaway shot. Nice save by Nagy.
Big save by Nagy. Big confidence booster there for Nagy to get that one on a breakaway on
Farquharson had a couple breakaways in the first game. Hasn't quite cashed in on them, but
for a big guy, he's got pretty good wheels.
Yeah.
Brantford with the ball now. Going to try to get something going here. That's the captain up top.
Whereas last game was Connor Merritt, who started off the Warriors quickly. Number 32 for the Warriors. You saw number 5, Jaden Dredge, who is their leading scorer in the regular season with 41 goals, is back in the lineup tonight. We'll see what he can add.
We got a penalty behind the play, Mark. Referee Smithers calls 2 for Slash.
Yeah, behind the play, Shane Withers calling Shamrocks number 9, Zenon Zanoski for Slash, and he'll sit for 2 minutes or less.
An important power play here, Mark, with, they're already down to a big goal here. Ty Argent now with the ball. Over to Wells, back up top to Robillard. These guys are working it around good. These guys really need to get one here. Some good looks right off Wells there, but he bounces right back.
Still less than 10 seconds here. They're going to look for a shot. There's Jaden Drage with the shot.
Argent's going to get one.
Argent looking to get a reset.
No go.
And Wells at the crease almost got it tucked in, but ran out a little time and just missed the net.
Mark, we talked about it before the game, but, Cardiff back in the pipes. Plays so solid coming in, 10 minutes into the game. They chased Underwood. You know what? He's already had a couple stops here on that power play. He's getting another chance here to hold his team in. Argent with the ball. Argent had 5 goals the other night?
5 goals, 3 in the first period. Shutout in the second when Shamrock started chipping away at that lead and started taking over the game. But he came right back in the third and had a couple of goals and a couple of crease calls. Could have easily been called either way.
There's a reset off the knob of the stick of Carndiff. It's going to trickle all the way down to goalie Nagy. With 45 seconds left to go in the power play. Brantford's had a couple good looks here. Here's Argent in his dangerous spot. There's a reset.
And here's a difference, too, as well. Shamrock's coming up with that Lucy after the shot. And we saw late in the third period when the Shamrocks had the power play, they were getting reset after reset after reset without a lot of defensive pressure off of the Lucy. So Shamrocks really going over after those loose balls and trying to get some ragtime and kill off some of this penalty.
With 5 seconds left to go, we're going to be back to even strength here. One more shot there, nothing really getting through. The Shamrocks defense closing up and not allowing anything through. There's another shot from outside. Good stop by Cardiff to hold the house. We're back to even strength, and the Shamrocks weather the storm. Long bomb pass there, Mark. We talked about in game one how important it is that these two goalies can chuck the ball down the floor and catch these guys, especially in period number 2. We're going to see it. But here's Argent again. Dekes the check. Takes a shot. Cardiff equal to the task.
Yeah, Cardiff's a mover. I think they're going to have to get this guy moving. Get him out of position. These shots at where he's getting a clean look or right at him, I don't think you're going to beat him. You know, they're going to have to go fake left, shoot right, fake high, shoot low. They're going to have to get this guy moving out of position.
He came in game one, Mark. 10 minutes in, it was 5-1, I think, already. 5-2 for Brantford, and he held the fort, allowed 5 goals the rest of the way. 1 in the second and 4 in the third. So he's definitely, got this team kind of settled down. Brantford now with the ball. We're still at even strength. 14:40 left to go in the first period. This is game number 2 of the Meredith Cup, coming to you from Clarington from the Garner P. Rickard Arena.
Caleb Wells down at the crease, spark plug, was rewarded with 1 goal, but he had many looks and he was driving to the net. He's a little guy, but he knows where he's got to go to get some looks in the net, and he's got no fear of going in front of that net and taking a hit.
Shamrocks with the ball. That's number 44. William Cardiff already has both goals tonight for the Shamrocks, looking for a third. Shamrock's shot doesn't
Zach
get through.
Lissick with the ball, who had a hat trick in the first game. He only got credited with 2 of the goals on point streak, but he did get the 3 of the goals, and he was a big part of the comeback for the Shamrocks Tuesday night in Brantford.
Mark, you were talking about Caleb Wells. How many penalties did he draw the other night? It must have been at least 5 or 6 penalties where he took a beating, jumped up, and went off the floor without retaliating. How important is that your O guys can really take a lick and keep on ticking?
Oh, definitely. He's an agitator out there, and, had it been not for the great comeback for him, the Shamrocks, you would have to really say he did a number on getting some power play opportunities for his team.
2-on-2 for Brantford, maybe rushed a little bit, and the pass goes wide and picked up again by William Cardiff, bringing it down the left-hand side. He takes a slash play on. He tucks it in. Nagy, I think he's kind of settled in now, maybe some bust legs of his own at the beginning, but he's made a few good stops since then.
Yeah, settled in a little bit. Well, 13 minutes left in the first period. 2-goal lead, 2-0 by the Shamrocks. Both goals by William Cardiff within a minute and a half of the start of the game, but things have settled down here a little bit.
Connor Merritt with a shot. Picked up by goaltender Cardiff. He's looking for the outlet pass.
There's Jaden Dredge. He's getting almost got the loose ball. I think got away with the back in there perhaps, but nonetheless, Shamrocks are bringing it back up. And we got Braden McGregor with the drive to the net. Nice save by Nagy.
Picked up by Argent. Going to go back the other way now. We got a 2-on-2 here. Argent is going to pull up and wait for his team to finish their change. He's got it over to Wells. Wells trying in. Just tries to float it in over top of Cardiff's left shoulder, but Cardiff, we saw in game 1, he just spreads out. He takes up a lot of that net, Mark.
It took about the third period before the Brantford Warriors started to figure Cardiff out. Like I said, 4 goals in the third period and a couple of crease calls that started. They were definitely trying to push it a little bit, and I think that's what they're going to have to continue to do is drive to the net and get him back on his heels. He's playing on his toes, and he's a pretty athletic goalie, and they're going to have to work hard to get some past him.
Jacob Kelly with a shot for the Shamrocks went wide, so Brantford has the ball, bringing it up now. That's the captain.
Oh, what a play. Nice pass by Connor Merritt to Cole Robillard, who's cutting from the crease to in front of the net. And like I said, they got him moving and popped it over the right shoulder of John Carnduff.
So with 11:37 left to go in the opening frame here in game number 2, the Brantford Warriors have cut the Shamrocks lead in half. It's now 2-1.
Oh, yeah. Once again, nice play by Carnduff. By Connor Merritt from up top. And a great play by Robillard, putting that in.
There's another face-off win there by Brantford's number 15, Jordan Aki. Mark, how important is winning those face-offs? We noticed Aki probably won at least 75 to 80% of those face-offs in game number 1, and here he is. He's won at least 3 or 4 of the opening face-offs tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's really giving a testament to that Fogo position. If he's winning those, he can get off to the bench, and he's done his job. But decent enough defender that if Clarington gets the ball back, then he can play a little bit of defense.
Shot goes wide there, picked up again by Brantford. We got a bit of a fast break here.
Connor Gillis going in front of the net.
Good save by Cardiff. That's that butterfly move that we kind of talked about in game 1, where he just kind of spreads himself out. There's an interference call against Clarington. A little bit of extracurricular stuff there, but
what a fake by Argent. Gets a look, trying to go between the legs of Carnduff.
Good offensive rebound by Wells.
Oh, I almost thought he was put that behind Carnduff, but Carnduff got a piece of it.
Clarington with the ball. Oh, could have had a breakaway of their own.
Just missed.
That was Monroe already down the floor. Not typically one of your speed demons, but there he was.
There's Michael Como for the Warriors in the corner.
Picked up by Clarington. We've got some pushing and shoving going on down here, so we'll see what looks like. Referee Mark Smith is taking both guys.
Looks like we got Ryan Dorr for the Warriors getting a rough. And looks like number 8, Ethan Warlow for the Shamrocks getting the offside.
So I believe, Mark, that Clarington did have the ball coming up. The referees are going to confer here and make sure you get the call right. Nope, they're going to say Brantford ball. So we're 4-on-4 now with 10:22 left to go in the opening frame.
Yeah, 4-on-4 lacrosse. Opens up a little bit of floor. You saw Argent scoring one of his goals 3-on-3 on Tuesday's game. So maybe they're going to try and get him a little bit of extra floor time, see if he can get a little one-on-one.
Connor Merritt out there with Argent and Wells. There's Wells taking a beating again like we talked about. Argent right there to pick up the loose ball, and he slides it in. Glove side, bounce shot, Mark. We talked about that in game 1, how goalies hate the bounce shots and how coaches love it. You know, we're tied at 2 with half a period to go.
Oh, yeah, great play by Argent. Picks up the loose ball after Wells lost it, came around, used the players as a screen. That's going to be another key factor. Carnduff's going to stop the ball if he can see it. On that one, nice low shot bouncer, which changes the trajectory of the ball. And Argent tucks it in on the short side and ties this game up halfway through the first period.
So ball game now. Still 4-on-4. Here's Zaki. Could have won that face-off there, but picked up by the Shamrocks. That was Riley Gerard. He's going to throw it back, and offense making a change for Clarington, getting the right guys out there. There's McGregor.
McGregor just 1 goal last game, but it was a big one too. It evened up the score at 10-10. A lot of guys picking up the slack. This is a complete offense, if you ask me, Wayne. They've got guys that can handle the ball, and anybody can strike and put one in. But here's McGregor out in front. Oh,
just
Nagy
off the goal
makes
stick.
Himself big.
Yep. Yeah, he's really settled in after those first 2 goals, Mark. And, it was the Nagy that we saw against Fergus and the guy that we saw in the first period in game 1. Brantford here with the ball, looking to take their first lead of the game. That's Dredge right there. He missed game 1 due to work commitments. I'll bet he's happy to be here. He was the leading scorer for the Warriors during the regular season.
Not a bad playoffs for Dredge already. He's 9 games. He's got 17 goals. See, he likes to shoot.
Mark, he offers up a whole new look to this offense because the other night with Wells and Argent. It was more of a lefty show where now you throw Dredge on the right side. You know, it just makes it that more balanced.
Oh, absolutely. Their righties did get a couple goals, but Connor Merritt off of a draw, and the second one in the first period. More of a transition type role, but yeah, having a set offensive guy as a righty to take some pressure off their lefties is definitely going to help them.
30-second violation against Brantford. Clarington bringing the ball up.
Don't goalies and coaches like that too. How many times you let the clock do the defense for you?
Cardiff out there. Bit of a loose ball there. Going to be picked up by Clarington. We got a penalty coming against Brantford behind the play. Not sure if it's going to be a check from behind or what it's going to be, but Brantford definitely going to the box. We're going to get a look at Clarington's first power play of the game.
Yeah, that's something that Brantford cannot afford to do. It hurt them in that first game.
Well, this is... we talked about the importance of, 5-on-5, not giving Clarington the chance to get on the power play, because they made short work of the power play there the other night when they were in short, down 10-8, had a 5-minute major, and were able to score 2 here. Cardiff at the top already has 2 for tonight. He's got it over to Holiday. Holiday down to McGregor, back to Holiday. Cardiff over the left side, quick shot.
Oh, nice job by Nagy on the save and getting the rebound. How key is that, Wayne? As we talked about, Clarington always get a lot of those possessions after the shot and the reset, and here Brantford's able to get the ball over, kill some time off this clock, and see what they can do on their reg.
Big kill here for Brantford, no 30-second clock. There, the referees get the reset that they want. So in junior to major action, Mark, as we mentioned before, there is no 30-second clock, so teams can rag the ball for the entire 2 minutes if they can, or any portion thereof.
There's Austin Giles trying to do his work on the far side. Loose ball. Wells is in there, of course. Let the Shamrocks come out with the ball.
Brantford kills off a good 45 seconds there of the man advantage, and with about 50 seconds left in the power play, Clarington's got another chance to set up here on offense. Cardiff back up top. He's got Holiday on the left side along with McGregor.
There's Holiday off the
Tries
post.
to tuck it in stick side.
Cardiff with the
Cardiff
shot.
up top. Quick turnover here. It could be a fast break for Brantford. He can get the ball up. Still a chance for a fast break. It's going to trickle into goaltender Cardiff. He's going to get it up.
A great effort
McGregor,
there by
these guys are 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Trying to get at least 1 or 2 more shots, but Brantford going to deny that opportunity. They're going to bring it up, likely try to kill out this 10 seconds, but nope, they're going to the net. Quick shot.
Good job by Sam Gower. We're going to get a
back over call. Yeah, we were just waiting for it. Referee Withers on top of it.
We're at even strength.
We're 5-on-5 now with Isaac Salazzo back on the floor.
They did a good job on that penalty kill, but once again, I think that's going to be a key for them is stay disciplined.
Here's Cardiff. He goes through. Big stop by Nagy in close there. Cardiff with the ball again. He's got Holiday. He's dragged down. Looks like a slippery floor there. No infraction. Shot right into the chest protector there of Nagy.
Brent Lace, who had a couple goals in that first game. Drive into that. Another strong righty for the balanced offensive attack of the Clarington Shamrocks.
Good defensive play there by Quinn Drysdale. Getting the ball up to Wells. Allowing the offense to take over and looking for that first lead of the game with just under 5 minutes to go here in period number 1. This is game 2 of the Meredith Cup.
Nice pick and roll. Robillard just misses that. Nice feed by Caleb Wells, but just misses on that pick and roll. Well executed.
Clarington with the ball now. Slow to come out of their end. Brantford's got a bit of a court press going on, Mark. We talked about that last game where they have the opportunity, they have the ability to do that press and also get back. They mix it up really well. So there they had a bit of a press on, and Back in, says referee Withers.
Yeah, Zach Lissick just missed on that pick and roll, and but forced a turnover by pushing Sam Gower back into the crease.
Lissick now with the ball on the right side. He gets it over. Here's McGregor. Takes a bump.
He's got some footwork. McGregor, they're going to have to contain him, or he's going to open some things up here and do some damage.
I see him and Wells being a lot alike. They're kind of cookie cutter type players where they're both on the smaller side, but man, they can get inside and they can beat those bigger defenders because they both got feet, they both got stick skills, and there's McGregor.
There we go.
Going high on Nagy.
Carnduff driving to the net. Drew a defender over, he lost the ball, but there was McGregor to pick it up. Drives right to the middle, makes no mistake, and just puts it off the hip of Nagy. Gives them a 3-2 lead with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first period.
So Brantford now looking to even this up before going to the dressing room for the end of the first period. Still 3 minutes to go. Jordan Aki out to take the face-off for Brantford. For Clarington, number 77, Riley Gerard. These guys are going to see a lot of each other in this series. They seem to be the only two. Now we've got a penalty coming against Robillard. This is one of those unnecessary penalties, Mark, that we talked about. 5-minute high stick called by Mark Smith.
Now that's going to hurt them. Very unnecessary, but see what the short man's team for Brantford Warriors can do here.
They've already killed off a 2-minute minor. Now they're going to have to kill off a 5-minute major. And we saw what happened the other night, Mark, when Clarington went to work for 5 minutes. They were able to get a couple goals. Not what we want to see if you're a Brantford fan. Cardiff up top. He gets the ball over. There's Holiday. Shot big step side there to stop the ball by Nagy. It's going to be a full reset here for Clarington.
Well, special teams huge in the first game. Even strength. Brantford was 7-4 with the edge, but
Gerard makes no mistake there. Gets the pass from Cardiff. Sorry to cut you off there, Mark.
Yeah.
But that's one goal off the major. Still going to be a 5-on-4 advantage for Clarington.
Yeah, no 4-2, and that just validates the point I was making there, Wayne. Shorthanded goals or power play goals in the first game were 7-2 for in benefit of the Clarington Shamrocks, and here they get another one. So if Warriors are going to stay in this game, they got to compete for with even strength.
Nagy and Gerard going at it again. Sorry, not Nagy. It's Aki on the face-off there. Picked up. It was won by Brantford, but turned over. Clarington now has the ball, going to bring it up. Still on the power play with 4 minutes left to go. We'll see our usual suspects out here on the man advantage. McGregor down low. You got Halliday. Carndiff up top. Gerard on the right side.
Looked like Riley Gerard with the behind the back. Crease call by on the Shamrocks, and there the Warriors bring it over. Jacob Parkinson with the ball. Driving to the net short-handed.
Tried to catch the Clarington line change off guard there, Mark. They had a 2-on-1 because the Clarington bench was snoozing a little bit there. Could have been a big short-handed goal there. But now Brantford going to be content to kill off as much of this 5-minute major as they can. It's Ty Argent now with the ball.
We'll see what Ty Argent can do here short-handed. Both teams with a lot of team speed, and I'm impressed with how much these guys running all game, right from the opening whistle to the final horn. Fast, hard-nosed lacrosse by both teams.
So with a minute 40 left to go in the first period, Brantford doing a really good job here of eating up some of this 5-minute major. And they're going to retain possession, says referee Withers. Minor interference call there against Clarington.
Yeah, good job getting that ball down low in the corner, so even if you lose it, they have to run the whole floor. Gives Brantford a better chance of getting their...
Argent showing off there a little bit, stick behind the back, but it worked. And now we've got a penalty coming up to Clarington. A good call by referee Withers. High stick.
Oh, and you've got to call that. He's called a 5-minute high stick and shot to the head here. Maybe inadvertent going for the stick, but nonetheless, got it under the chin, and looks like.
And he's called a 5.
We got Steve Jones, 5 minutes.
So I think they said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And they said Robillard went off for 5 for a similar type check, stick under the face mask. It wasn't in the process of live play, so we've now got a 4-on-4 action here, and the 5-minute power play now for the Shamrocks has been nullified, and Brantford will go to a power play of their own once their 5-minute major is up here. So here's Argent now. We're back to 4-on-4 even play, so they'll have a 30-second clock. Argent tucks it inside there. Oh. Beautiful goal by Brantford, Michael Como.
Michael Como getting the feed from Ty Argent. A little slippery move for himself. Little juke in front of the net. Gets Carnduff moving and tucks it in.
Big goal there for Brantford.
4-3 with a minute 12 left here in the first period. Back and forth action. Aki wins the draw again.
Aki wins. Back. Brantford's going to set it up. They're going to try to even this up, Mark. They got 1 minute to do it.
Oh, why not? They're even up.
That was the captain, Connor Merritt, with the ball. He dishes off. Ryan Dorr with the ball. He's still got it. He takes a shot. Cardiff didn't really see it. It went behind him. That's going to be crease, says referee Withers. Clarington going to bring it up, and they're going to try to get that 2-goal lead back before the break.
Tyler Farquharson with the ball. Big, strong defensive player, captain for the Clarington Shamrocks.
Holiday with the ball, looking for McGregor. Interference call with 20 seconds left to go. Clarington bench calling for the guys to hold it. Wait for that one shot.
He's turned up the ball. He takes a look at the clock.
8 seconds to go. He's going to go for the last shot. He loses it.
Oh, Sam Gower tries to feed it up. At the end of the first period, a couple guys introducing each other.
A little pushing and shoving, but nothing comes of it. Penalized players waiting to be called from the box. So Mark, 4-3, pretty much what we expected. A bit of a, turn of the tables with Clarington getting up the first 2 goals early on, and then Brantford able to power back and tie things up. And we're in for a close game all the way.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams came out running. Maybe it took about 10 minutes before Brantford found their legs and got back into this game after being down 2 goals early. But came on strong here and down by 1.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this for period 2. This is the 2017 Meredith Cup, game number 2, coming to you from Clarington, the Garnet Rickard Arena. All right, we're back with period number 2. Mark, in game 1, Clarington was down 5-2 after 1 period. I don't know what the coaches said, but it worked. I wonder if Brantford's got the same elixir for to get their team back into this.
Yeah, tail end of the first period, it looked like the tides were going to be turned in that regard, but the Brantford Warriors came back and got a goal to close that gap.
We're back to 4-on-4 action because of the 2 majors called. With 1 minute left to go in the Brantford penalty, they will have a power play for about 2.5 minutes here. Clarington breaking down the left-hand side. That was Ethan Warlow with the shot.
They get the loose ball.
Jacob Kelly with the shot, goes wide. Going to bounce all the way down the end. Carndiff with 17. Bobbles it. Is able to get the ball away there. Picked up by Carndiff.
Jacob Parkinson maybe taking advantage of an opportunity to maybe introduce himself to Michael Carndiff. Carndiff was ready for that, though.
Loose ball there. 30-second violation. Going to be Brantford ball. Sam Gower with the ball. He's going to get it over and get off the floor. We're still 4-on-4 for about 20 seconds, and then we're going to see Brantford's power play for a good 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, give them a chance for at least a couple minutes to see if they can tie up the game. And there we go. They don't need that power play win. Number 17, Ryan Dorr, comes up with the 4-on-4 goal and ties this game up at 4.
Got the pass there from Austin Giles and makes quick work of the Clarington lead to tie this game at 4. With 9 seconds to go in the Brantford Major, they're going to go to a power play still for a full 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 seconds thereabouts. Aki with another face-off win, but to the Clarington McGregor. And we got a hold penalty coming here against Brantford, so that quickly negates the power play that they would have had. But you know what? It was not a bad penalty to take on a breakaway there against McGregor.
No, absolutely not. I know it's early in the game, but don't want you get a goal to tie it up, so we don't want to give a quick goal back to the other team.
So we're looking at a little 4-on-3 action for 2 seconds now, and the Brantford Major is now up. Robillard back on the floor. Clarington working it around. McGregor with the ball. He's got it over to the right side. Shot off a defender, picked up by Robillard. He's going to come up. He's whacked a couple times by Clarington, number 18. That's Zach Lysick.
Yeah, Lysick's going to get a high sticking penalty. Yeah.
There's a quick shot by Wells.
Well, Wells could have pulled that out and waited for his extra attacker to get into the play, but I think he saw an opening and decided to take it.
Absolutely, and he's got to know how to do that. So we're going to see a little 4-on-3 action here for a good chunk of change here, Mark. We'll see if the Brantford power play can take the lead for the first time this game. We have the inverted triangle by the Shamrocks defenders. Ball on the left-hand side. Over to Robillard.
See Arjun's down at the crease, and he's trying to feed him. Oh, he loses the handle on that. And the Shamrocks pick it up, and they're bringing it over. Here.
We got a 2-on-1, make it a 3-on-1.
And using the bench for a third attacker.
Ooh, good stop there by the Brantford defender, Ethan Riggs. He gets his stick in the way there. Able to thwart that pass across.
That'll be interesting to see the second period. Brantford Warriors being strong with their lefties, and the Clarington Shamrocks being strong offensively with their right-handers works very favorably here in the second period with the way the benches are set up.
And this is where we see a lot more fast breaks in the second periods, Mark, because of the transition game and the teams using their bench. So we'll be curious to see what happens. It worked well for the Clarington Shamrocks in game 1, and we'll see if Brantford can do the same here in game 2. Ball's up top now, down low. Aaron pass there, picked up by the Shamrocks defender. We got another breakaway. Possibly, nope, he's going to pull it out. That's number 9. That's Zanowski. So Zanowski's got it up to Farquharson. Farquharson now looking to kill it, adjusting himself there, waiting for the defenders to come on. He's still got it. As long as the player keeps moving it, Mark, the defenders can check him. He slips through there.
He's done that before on him. Farquharson splitting the defenders and then driving to the net.
And we have a 5-on-3. We have a 5-on-3 right now, Mark, for about 14 seconds. Clarington's going to get the ball. They're going to be able to get it over and likely kill off most of this. One penalty coming back in 5 seconds. The other one right behind about 12 seconds later. So the 5-on-3 is now a 5-on-4 for another 10 seconds. That's McCrory with the ball.
And we saw him do a great job in this role of killing some time off the clock while shorthanded, and he kills it off here as well too, and we're at even strength.
And rightfully so. He goes off the floor for a little breather. Clarington's going to get there. Big save by Nagy.
Oh, nice feed by Carnduff.
Brantford on their own 3-on-1. Here's where the transition game, Mark, we talked about. And a big goal there by number 12.
Jacob Parkinson with his first goal of the series.
Mark, we talked about this style of play, and it's really turned into an offense-defense type of game in the last 20 years. And, you know, it catches a lot of teams off guard. And there was, you know, we saw it a bit by the Clarington Shamrocks early in the period there. Brantford with their own 3-on-1. And Parkinson makes no mistake.
Yeah, great drive to the net by Parkinson, and a bounce shot between the legs of Cardiff. A 5-4 lead here, 15 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second period. And so Brantford Warriors have their first lead of the game.
You know what? After getting down early, Mark, 2-0 within the first minute and a half, it could have gone the other way. It could have gone sideways, but Brantford coaches able to settle their team down, able to settle Lucas Nagy down between the pipes, and he's been solid ever since, Mark.
No, it doesn't seem to phase either team to score. They're going to work hard right till the final whistle. And Wayne, I'm certain if we had a couple more minutes left in that game on Tuesday, we would have saw overtime.
So there's an errant pass by Wells, but still loose behind. Clarington picks it up. They're bringing it up the right-hand side. That's Laidler. He's going to dish off and go to the bench. Get some offensive guys out there. That's Riley Gerard with the ball. He dishes off. That was McGregor with the shot right on. Nagy unwavered. Brantford picks up the loose ball, and they're coming up the floor. Connor Gillis. Again, by the time these defenders get out, Brantford Warriors have an odd man. There's a crease call, says Shane Withers.
Well, Austin Giles did a good job beating his defender. Wanted to pull it out, but a little bit too close to the crease. Fast break for Clarington the other way.
Big
nice save by Nagy on McGregor. There's that fast break we were talking about, Wayne, sending the righties off the bench for the Shamrocks and almost cashed in right there. And back the other way quickly.
There was a 2-on-1 there, Mark, for Brantford. Brantford wasn't happy with that restart after the crease call. Ball should have been back at least towards the crease area, but the Clarington Gales got it up towards center, and they almost got a goal out of it. So they had right to complain on that one, but it paid off in the end. So Clarington now with the ball up top. That's Farquharson. He's going to wait for the change to be complete. Brantford making their own changes. Lazo coming on the floor.
Gerard with the ball. Game on that side.
Nope.
Oh, he calls it. A goal called by Mark Smith. A diving shot.
That was McGregor.
Kept the feet outside the crease. Mark Smith saying it's a good goal. 5-5 game. 13 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second period.
Brantford defense. Lucas Nagy not happy with that one. They had a goal called back by Argent. Similar play in game one. Obviously two different refs. But, I guess referee Smith, like you said his feet stayed outside. He did the Leaning Tower of Pisa shot and tucked it in the far side. So with 13:25 left to go in period number 2, Clarington has tied it up at 5. Clarington wins that face-off. Gerard, he dishes off. Long bomb pass up the floor. We're getting a bit of jarring here at center.
Ty Argent with the ball down in the corner. He drew a penalty on Farquharson.
Brantford going to be going back to the power play here.
Nagy come to the bench. They've got the extra attacker.
Robillard with the ball. Shot there on Cardiff. Like you said, he can see the ball. He's going to make the stop.
Mark Smith blowing it down. Possibly another penalty here, but
no, I think he's only taking the one,
just
Mark.
The one.
Farquharson going for, did he call a high stick, was it?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was in the corner there. Was it a high stick or a hold? We will know in just a second here.
For the hold.
Holding call on Argent, probably trying to get the legs moving and get out of that being pinned in the boards.
So with 12:48 left now in the second period, Brantford going back to the power play. Would like to get that 1-goal lead back. Robillard up top. He's got it over to Argent. He's got Wells down low with him.
There's Austin Giles working the top shooter's position. Oh,
that was a nice look. Robillard behind the net.
Oh,
bouncing ball. Big save by Cardiff.
A bit of a backspin after that save, but went wide, and Shamrock's bringing it down the floor.
Shot on goal there, using the bench well. Probably not the best angle shot. Brantford bringing the ball up. That's Dredge.
A hidden ball trick there. Dredge still has it up top. And he shoots,
Shot
just
there.
misses wide. They'll get it back with a good, maybe 5 seconds left once they get it into the zone. 7 seconds on the shot clock now. He'll shoot. Gets his reset. Looked like it went off the leg of Carnduff.
It did. Good shot there by Dredge just to get the reset. That was more of just shooting to the side and hoping the goalie knocks it out of bounds, which is exactly what Carnduff did. So Argent now with the ball. There's Robillard. He's got it. He was looking for a streak in Giles, but Giles couldn't catch it. Back up top to Argent. There's Wells. There's Robillard. They're working the ball around well here, but that third or fourth pass is just going errand.
Well, there's Giles. Works
nice
himself to in
move.
front. Nice save by Carnduff.
It's good power play there, Mark. They really worked the ball around well, and they're able to use up about a minute and a half, get some good quality opportunities. So Carnduff just equal to the task.
Yeah, the play was there. The execution wasn't quite what they were hoping for, but they still got a couple looks and had a couple opportunities out in front.
So with 15 seconds left to go in the power play, Clarington just trying to kill this off and go back to even strength.
Graham McCrory doing his job again. Almost splits the defense. It looks like he drew a tripping penalty here
Brantford.
on Argent, I think.
Argent going to the box for a trip there. I don't know. I think the Clarington player tried to split two defenders there, and I think there just wasn't enough real estate. And he went down, and referee Smith calls Argent for a trip. It's a 2-minute. We're going to take a quick break here so the goalies can grab a drink.
Yeah, tough play there for the Brantford Warriors, but so far the Warriors have been keeping their composure, haven't letting this game get away from them, even though they've still been on the short end of the special teams play so far this game.
So halfway through the game right now, we're at about a 10-minute mark, and it's 5-5. I think it's pretty much what we expected coming in. I think a great job by Brantford, you know, after losing a tough one in game one, to come out here and show the Gales that, you know what, they're here, they're here for a good time, not a long time. And they had a lot of fun in game one, and they're out here, as we mentioned earlier, they were loose, they were good in warm-up, and the fact that they're, on foreign soil, tied 5-5 halfway through the game, I think it's hats off to Brantford and their coaching staff.
Yeah, pretty even play by both teams. We ended up the third period 4 goals apiece in game one. And here we are halfway through the first game.
Beautiful goal.
And up there until looked like number...
It was Carnduff.
Carnduff again with his hat trick.
That's 3. That was just a beautiful fake. Had Nagy going to his right. Puts it over his left shoulder there.
Yeah, special teams again, so that power play cashed in by the Shamrocks here. Gives them the lead, 6-5. I'm feeling Brantford's just going to bounce right back, Wayne.
That's the way this has gone, is the way it's gone all series. So there's Zaki. He's got the face-off win. Robillard.
Robillard doing a good job, but double teamed up against the boards.
Yeah, interference, says referee Withers. Going to be Brantford ball. Argent's going to start with it. Parkinson's on the floor. He's going off. He's got his first goal of the series. Here's Argent. Argent still has it. Looking for the captain. Merritt, didn't happen. Here comes Farquharson up. He's just going to run it down the floor as a good defender should. Wait for his team to change. And then he will likely dish off. No, he's going to go to the net himself here.
Oh, why not? Beat his defender and
right.
had the lane.
Yep. Tried to go between the wickets of Nagy, but Nagy's got that big goal stick and just closed them up, and nothing there. So now Brantford, they're doing a whole-scale change.
It's Herman Wagenleitner with the ball. Does a good, efficient job on defense. Doesn't get much credit for that, but he had a smart play there and wait for his offensive players so he could dish it off to them.
That was Giles with a shot. He's trying to go through the wickets of Carnduff as well. Ball up the floor. Ball's loose, still loose.
Oh, there's Jaden Dredge trying to get that loose ball for the Warriors.
If anything, they're going to kill off a good 20 seconds of the Clarington 30-second shot clock here. And another errant pass picked up by
Jacob Parkinson here. Driving down to the net. He's got one goal already. It just misses.
Got a reset, though. Picked up by Wells on the left side. Clarington bench wanting too many men call there, and I think they had a good case. I think Brantford had 6 on, but they get away with it. Game on. Clarington now with the ball behind their own net.
Looks like they got their full press going here, Wayne. But lost number 4, Jacob Kelly, as he found himself open for an outlet pass, and he's going to stay for the offensive set.
Big shot, big save there by Nagy.
Oh, Cardiff, a little push got caught down. Here's Trade with
there,
the ball. He's looking to even things up.
Still looking for his first of the series. Again, as we said, missing game 1, but Brantford leading scorer through the playoffs, through the regular season. Riley Gerard, he's got the ball, waits for the change to finish. Being checked by Dan Attridge down there.
That's some good off-ball play by the Shamrocks. Sprung a guy open as he was cutting to the net, so Brantford Warriors going to have to tighten up on that.
30-second violation against the Shamrocks. Going to be Brantford ball with 7.5 to go in the second period. Brantford looking to tie things up here, as they've done most of the game when they've been down. It's number 19, Giles, up top. Got the ball over. Robillard now with the ball. Ryan Dorr, he's trying to make something happen. Looking for Robillard. He takes a shot.
Oh, not a bad shot. Used a screen on that one.
Looks like they got a reset out of it. I'm not sure if Shane Withers called for a reset or not, but fans are definitely want a penalty there from Brantford. Argent with the shot, trying to go high. Goes wide. Picked up by Ryan Dorr again. He's going to try and make this work. Now we've got a penalty. Caleb Wells draws another one. Nope, sorry, that's not Wells that drew the penalty.
Yeah,
that was Michael Camo. He does a good job of not taking one himself and staying out of it. So Brantford going back to the power play with another chance to tie this up, Mark, with 6:38 to go in the second frame.
Yeah, maybe there was a couple close ones there that referee Shane Withers said, let's let the boys play. Looks like James Houston is in the box here for 2-minute high stick.
Robillard going to start with the ball at center. He's got Argent and Wells on his right side. And he's got Giles on his left along with Drage, and there they go. Didn't take long. We've got a tie ball game, Mark.
What a play, power play. See, Robillard dishes off to the right side. Heads right down to the crease to set a seal off. Caleb Wells came up top and gave Argent a lane right to that bounce shot. Ties up this game.
That was only about 15 seconds into the power play, first shot. And we got a tie ball game. 6:29 left to go in period number 2. We've got an interesting battle, Mark, here going on our face-off. I'd love to see the stats on these guys. We've got a penalty coming up against Robillard from Brantford. So Clarington going to be going back to the power play. There's a shot and a stop by Lucas Nagy.
Yeah, and behind the play again. It's that kind of play again that
2 for Slash.
Proven to be costly for the Brantford Warriors. Robillard's going, what, me?
Robillard pleading his case. He's smiling going off. He knows.
Yeah, Smith was looking right at it. That's a risky take.
Clarington back to the power play. That's Graham McCrory starting with the ball that's Cardiff with the ball.
Yeah, what a game he's having. He's driving to the net. He's had 3 goals already this game and many other solid looks.
Tries to go short side there.
Oh, nice pickup by Sam Gower with his big stick and moving it over. Gets it across.
Ball goes loose.
The ball.
Back over. Good defensive set there by Clarington to squeeze it along the boards. Forced the turnover and the back over call.
Yeah, got caught there with a little bit of traffic.
Roddy Gerard with Carndiff up top doing a little bit of the hidden ball trick. Doesn't work that often, Mark, but there's
Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday, our player to watch tonight.
I lost the ball there a little bit, but I'm not sure if he was faking or took a shot and picked up the rebound, but nonetheless, had some open floor in front of Nagy. Couple of fakes, tucks it over the left side of Nagy and gives a power play goal here for Shamrocks, and they take the lead again, 7-6.
I noticed that's how they're really beating Nagy tonight, Mark, is getting inside, fake to one side, going to the other side again, getting that big goalie moving, and they've kind of got the book on him. And we're back to a face-off with 5:34 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Aki and Gerard again.
This one won by Aki.
Robillard driving to the net. Maybe want to atone for his penalty that gave the Shamrocks the power play opportunity and subsequently the lead. Ty Argent with the ball up top.
Argent with the ball, and he puts it behind. How did that go in, Mark? Again, he used the player.
There was no angle there, Wayne, but
used the player as a bit of a screen, and it's kind of for some leverage, and just kind of fired it. And
a quick release, good hands. How do you defend that kind of play?
Nope.
Wayne, they've been locking him up. They've been getting in his face, but he's slippery. He's working, he's shooting, and he's tied this game up.
Goaltender Carndiff, I don't think even saw it till it was behind him, and even then I don't think he saw it. So we're back to even at 7 aside with just over 5 minutes to go. It's kind of a tight defensive period in period number one, but it's kind of opened up here in the second.
Oh, almost a giveaway with Argent in the neighborhood.
I think it was stuck in a stick there, and referee Smith didn't see it, but Clarington still has the ball. Farquharson bringing it up. He's going to wait.
Well, an important second period for Brantford Warriors here, actually outscoring Clarington in this period, whereas they were badly outscored in the second period on their home floor in game one.
Nagy there with the stop.
Quinn Drysdale showing some speed, getting the ball over.
He ditches off. It's Connor Merritt with the ball. He takes one to the side, I think. Big shot over top there by Giles. Ball's going to bounce all the way down the floor. 30-second shot clock is about to expire in 5 seconds. Nagy tries to loft it up, and he does. Good job there. Picked up by the Shamrocks. Now with under 4 minutes to go in the second frame. We are tied 7-7. Jacob Kelly with the ball. Kelly gets it back. He drives to the net, and Nagy squeezes the wickets. Nothing gets by.
Oh,
Brent
man rush to go into the net. Riley Gerard with a shot. Just misses.
Ball trickling down the far side. Reset for Clarington. They're going to get a full 30. We got an injured player hobbling off to the Brantford bench, but game goes on. Good save again by Nagy.
Well, press by the Shamrocks going on here, and almost had the turnover. Salazzo picks it up and passes it down to Jacob Parkinson.
But a good job there to kill about 20 seconds of the Brantford possession. Down to 5 seconds now. They got to get a shot off. Wells up top. He gets a shot. Big save by Carndiff.
Ryan Dorr fighting for the loose ball with Graham McCrory.
Good battle behind the net there. Won by Clarington.
Good job by McCrory getting the ball and tries to hit the man streak into the net.
He misses, goes wide. Brantford with the ball. Now number 12, Parkinson. He's got one tonight. Dishes off to Ryan Dorr. Dorr waiting for that change to finish. We're under 2 minutes to go in period number 2, and we are tied 7-7. Wells yet to hit the scoreboard tonight in the goal category. And we're going to have a penalty here against Clarington. Brantford, looks like a slashing call. Says referee Smith.
Giving Brantford a power play opportunity. Looks like James Houston again
getting the gate. Last time these guys were on the power play, they made short work of 15 seconds in or so. They're going to set it up and try it again, try to take the lead this time.
Yeah, both teams very aggressive. That's obviously a key to their success, as much as it seems to be hurting them in the special teams. But that's their game, and that's what they're playing, and more power to them.
And here we go, Robillard up top. He gets the ball over to Giles, back to Robillard. Argent, fake there, back to Robillard. Giles, shot, scores! Again, Mark, 15 seconds into the power play, low shot, stick side. Brantford's got the lead back, 8-7, 1:36 to go.
Yeah, so far they've outscored the hometown Shamrocks 5-3 here in the second period, turning the tides. Being opportunistic themselves, saying you're going to take some penalties against us, we're going to hurt you in this game.
All right.
So Gerard Naki at the draw again. Wayne?
Surprise, eh, Mark?
Oh, shocked.
I think that's the only two guys who have taken a face-off tonight. But it's been a good battle, and I'd have to say Aki won most of the draws in game one, but Gerard's really kind of figured things out here, and I think it's been 50-50 tonight.
Yeah, Zanowski took a few draws in the first and didn't do too bad. And Argent took a couple for Brantford, but I think they got the two right guys taking the draws today.
Absolutely, and I love good battles like that, Mark. You know, guys are going against each other for a 7-game series. Turnover there.
The game with inside the game, Wayne. Those are the little things that are going to make big differences.
So we got a penalty. A slashing call going against Brantford.
Robillard again.
Robillard again behind the play. Again, over trying to plead his case, saying, wasn't me. But anyways, we're going to go back to a Clarington power play, see if they can tie this up. This is exactly the setup we had last time with Brantford getting a power play and scoring, and then Clarington get a power play and scoring. Brantford just had a power play. So we're going to see here with 1 minute exactly to go in period number 2 if Clarington can even this score going into the second intermission. On the right side, up top there, shot by Cardiff, goes wide.
Cardiff was looking for a bounce to come back to him as he struck to the net, and here's Quinn Drysdale driving to the net, draws a penalty of his own.
And that was a high stick.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Yeah, high stick or hold could have called either, but impeded his drive to the net.
I think a good
Drysdale
call, Mark.
using his speed.
I think a good call by referee Smith there. It was kind of could have been a slash to the side of the head. As
looks like Zanowski going to the bench.
So
evens things up here with 40 seconds left.
A bit of 4-on-4 action here, Mark, to close out the second period. Brantford going to set it up, probably go for a quick shot and look for a timeout. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the 4-on-4, 3-on-3 play has been pretty exciting. Both teams being able to utilize their speed, and offensive players been able to showcase some of their skills.
Argent with the ball. Got it over to Giles. Giles still has it. Finds Argent.
Got the reset.
Got the reset.
Back into the net.
Clarington going to call timeout here or no?
It doesn't look like it.
Looks like the clock continued to run there.
Well, maybe they are calling the timeout. Referee Mark Smith coming back to maybe put a couple seconds back on the clock. Nobody's going to the benches here.
No, it looks like we're just going to
have a referee's timeout.
Get the right guys on there. We had to put some time back on the clock, so it counted down to 2 seconds, and we got 7 seconds back on. Clarington's pulled their goalie for an extra attacker. Be 5-on-4 in favor of Clarington here.
They got everybody locked off, but I'd be inclined to pack the middle in, and they got 3 seconds here. Going to look for a shot. Back to Carnduff.
Drew it up perfectly.
Oh. They had the look. I think that if they would have snuck that in, I think it would have been before the horn, but Nagy equal to the task.
So after 2 periods, Mark, 8-7 in favor of Brantford. Did a really good job there of outscoring Clarington in the second frame. We're going to start the period number 3, 4-on-4, and we're going to throw it back to Matt in the truck, and we'll be back after this. All right, Mark, we're back for period number 3. Both benches are out early, ready to go, so we're going to get this going. We're going to start 4-on-4. Both teams taking a penalty there with about a minute left to go in the second period. So we got Aki.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know.
That might be Gerard.
It might be Gerard. I haven't seen much of him tonight on the faceoff. Win by Aki.
Parkinson brings
That's
it
Laidler. Laidler with the ball. He's going to dish off.
Arjun with the ball up top now. He's dangerous every time he touches it. He's got a couple goals here today, but always a threat. There's a bounce shot. Nice
both
save
his
by
goals,
Carnduff.
Both his goals tonight, Mark, have been the bounce shots. He's at 7 for the series already. Breakaway by Clarington. Number 12, kick save.
Hustle back by, look like Giles.
Wipes out his own goalie.
Or Parkinson, not sure. And Nagy crashed into him. Hustle back, an unfortunate play there is.
Looks like Nagy's okay. Giles being helped off.
Saw Sam Gower go hobble off the floor in the second period. We'll see if he's back on the bench.
So no infraction on the play there. Good kick save by Nagy. Giles just couldn't stop his momentum.
Yeah, loose ball there, blown dead, so it's going to go to the draw ball.
Yep, good call by the referees. Hey, Mo, there's something behind the net.
So pretty spread out offense by both teams here, Wayne.
Yeah, we talked about it during the intermission, Mark, that, a couple big players in game number 1. It's kind of spread out here in game number 2. And, we talked about the depth of both teams, that when one player is being covered like Wells was in game number 1, Argent stepped up. And Argent being covered in game 2, and other guys are stepping up now.
Yeah, Como with a couple of goals for Brantford, and Carnduff with the hat trick for the Shamrocks.
Face-off win there by Gerard, bats it back. Ball still loose. Shamrock's able to pick it up for a full 30 seconds.
Well, they'll kill off the penalty here, Wayne, and then they'll get 30. So Zanoski coming out of the ball.
Back to 5 on
out
5.
Of the box. And Houston getting the ball down deep, trying to get some open floor so he can dish it off perhaps and get his offensive players on.
Interference call there by Smith against the Shamrocks.
Oh, there's Sam Gower, so good to see him coming back into the play after a twist in his ankle or maybe a little bit of a shot to the leg, but good to see him back into the game.
Connor Merritt, ball goes loose, picked up by Carnduff. Looked like he was going to go long and then flipped it around the Brantford defender. Ball down the left-hand side for Clarington. That's Stephen Jones. He's going to dish off and head off the floor.
Oh, nice play by William Carnduff there. Looks like he's going to shoot, but then just dishes off to Holiday, who had a lane to the net. Nagy with a nice save.
Carnduff with it back. He's going to need a quick shot here. 30-second clock runs out. No, there was a reset called. It looks like a penalty coming to Brantford, Mark. Referee Withers.
Oh, Lissick
Oh,
just
no, it
misses
was just
the
a
net.
reset. Just a reset he was calling. No, had everybody confused. He had his hand up so long, but he was just trying to let referee Smith know that he saw a reset from the top. What is a great call to pick up your partner like that. Shot goes wide by Clarington. That's Lissick with the ball. He dishes off. Back up to Carndiff. Kind of a floater in there. Kind of think it hit something on the way in.
I think a good job by the crease defenders by the Brantford Warriors, Wayne. They were getting beat a little bit by the cross crease. But really helping out their goalie Nagy here and tying those guys up and not having an open man on the far side.
So Warriors with the ball. Connor Merritt up top, looking for an opening. Robillard, one-handed shot by Merritt. We saw that in game one. Tried to slip it past Carndiff.
Yeah, Merritt with a couple goals in the first period in that first game. One just off the opening draw to give Brantford the early lead. He gets a step and he's got no problem driving to the net. He's got some good speed.
Carndiff!
Oh,
wow.
with his fourth goal of the game.
What a bullet, Mark. He just looked like he was going to pass it off and just lit the cannon and fired it over the right shoulder of Nagy.
They've had success with that kind of play. A couple times you saw Holiday in game number one do that, look off a pass and then fire it into the top corner. The same spot on Nagy, so maybe that's one of their reads that they have on him, just over Nagy's right shoulder.
So with 16:27 left to go in the third period, we're tied at 8. Our usual suspects at the face-off.
A good jaw draw.
Gerard
for the ball
Aki.
here. Ball's out and looks like, nice pick up there by number 29 of Brantford, Ethan Riggs.
Brantford, as they've done so many times tonight, looking to answer back right away on the next possession. Argent with the ball. Haven't seen Wells come out this period. They got Robillard down low. His shot goes wide. Big shot there, saved by Carndiff from a bad angle. Sometimes those sneak by, but good job by Carndiff. Clarington bringing the ball up. That's Zanowski. He dishes off, heads to the bench.
Is Carndiff with the ball with 4 goals today.
Looking
big
for
spark
5.
plug for the
nice pick and roll there. Pass
Shamrock.
goes wild, picked up by Brantford. Going to be a 2-on-2 here. He's going to smartly pull it out.
Dan Attridge, who's seen play for the first time here in the Meredith Cup. Didn't dress in the first game.
Good defense there by Clarington, number 77. That's Gerard, our face-off specialist there, showing that he's also a defensive specialist. He's also been on the power play quite a bit tonight, so definitely an all-around player for the Shamrocks.
Oh, there we see
and
Wells.
There's a spear.
Oh, he's okay. He's out in the play.
And we got number 32, a penalty behind the play. Mark, another penalty to Brantford that wasn't warranted. Going to go for a slash. Out comes Robillard to plead his case.
Connor Merritt, the captain of the Brantford Warriors, getting 2 minutes.
I think Farquharson looking for a 5 there. Referee Smith says nope. It'll be a minor penalty, 2 for slash. Be Clarington ball looking to go ahead 9-8 with just under 15 to go. Carndiff up top.
Special teams opportunity here for the Clarington Shamrocks, who've had a lot of success for that in this playoff already. Nice save by Nagy.
Good pressure here by Clarington. Going to pick up the ball.
That's what happened in the third period last game as well. They get the shot and get the reset.
Interference call against
call.
Clarington. Good call by referee Withers. An unnecessary interference call there against Clarington.
Gillis up to Parkinson, who gets it over. Some open floor.
Parkinson is going to do some penalty killing here, looking to squeeze the defenders.
Lost the ball early on.
That's number 9, Zanowski. He's going to bring it in. He's going to force the D back on and rightfully pull it out. He's going to get off the floor, wait for a whole scale change, get the power play back on. Carndiff up top. He's going to wait for Gerard.
So Matt Halliday's got the ball on the left-hand side. Up, swings it across.
Gerard with a shot, doesn't make it through. 30-second violation there. Going to be Brantford ball. 40 seconds left on the man short for Brantford. 13:44 left to go in the third period. We're tied at 8.
The speedy Quinn Drysdale with the ball. Looks like he's going to look for a little bit of floor and use the speed and get it past. McGregor gives him a quick check. See what Drysdale can do.
We'll see if he's going to try and kill some now. With now just over 30 seconds to go in the penalty.
Yeah, he's going to want to get it deep here. He's playing with it up top, but that's not a good place. You want to play with it in case you lose it and get a fast break going the other way, but he hangs onto the ball and gets some open floor, and now he's got it down deep.
Clarington just leaving him to the outside, not doing too much to pressure it. They don't want to miscue themselves and have a shorthanded goal against, so they're going to let Brantford just run this out, and we're back to even strength. As Connor Merritt back on the floor, we're back to 5-on-5 action.
Good job by the penalty kill of the Brantford Warriors.
Argent with the ball. Argent, good pick and roll there.
A little bit of help by their defender too. Nice slide on him when he's trying to drive to the net.
Interference call there, says Withers. Looks like we might have some penalties behind the play. Mark Smith taking just one. It's Clarington going to the box. Going to be a Brantford power play. Not smart for Clarington. You know, we've seen the Brantford power play go to work tonight, so we've kind of focused on, in the first game how penalties hurt Brantford. Well, now, if Clarington doesn't, smarten up, it could go against them and it could really hurt them down the home stretch here, Mark.
Yeah, illegal cross-check on Zanowski there. I didn't see the play, but he wasn't very happy with it, but Smith pretty confident in his call.
So Rob Allard up top. He's going to work it to the left-hand side. That's Giles and Rob Allard playing catch. Rob Allard passes. He's going to break in. Giles looking for Argent or Wells. Doesn't get neither. Picked up by goaltender Carndiff. Long pass. Here we
just misses McCrory streaking down the floor, but McCrory picks it up.
And he's going to be able to kill a little bit of this anyways with a minute and a half to go in the power play. Shot on goal there.
No, that's one thing you haven't seen much of on the shorthand. A good job ragging the ball, but not a lot of man short offensive sets here by these Junior C teams, and wonder if that's not a bit of a difference here on the type of play with the caliber of players that you have.
Yep, no, I think their main focus is to try to kill the penalty, draw another penalty, which we saw a couple times in game one here, and with 3 guys on 1 here, it's quite likely that Clarington continues to hold on to the ball. He's going to draw a penalty here, so we'll see what happens. Ball snuck out, and he's drawn a minor interference call. So it'll remain Clarington ball with 46 seconds left to go in the power play. With 11:20 to go in the third period, we're still tied at 8.
Yeah, good job by Farquharson. He's going to run off for a rest and give it to McCrory and let him do his job with 40 seconds left here on the man short for the Shamrocks. Aki comes up with the ball, up to Argent, who's driving down the floor.
And he'll pull it out and wait with 22 seconds left to go.
More
on the power play.
Shenanigans going behind the play between McCrory and
Rob Allard with 6 seconds left to go. Shot into the belly pad of Carndiff. Easy stop. We're going to be back to 5-on-5. Carndiff looking to hit.
Gives it away.
Halliday.
Parkinson.
Back the other way. Both teams electing to go with that long pass, not paying off instead of going for the close man.
Coaches are going to want some settled play here. After getting a turnover, the last thing you want to do is give it right back to the other team. So a lucky bounce there, and Brantford's getting the ball back.
Austin Giles up top. He finds Argent.
Oh, did they close off that side pretty quick when Argent had the ball?
Well, he's still got 2 tonight. Hasn't got the 5 that he had in game 1, but still effective and still a threat. With exactly 10 minutes to go in period number 3. Drage looking for his first goal of the series.
He's had a couple nice shots from outside, just missing, so he's definitely a threat to shoot, but like I say, he just hasn't quite cashed in. Argent almost got his 3rd goal of the night.
Off the post. Again, using that defender as a screen. Big dive across there. Big save by Cardiff. Again, electing for that long pass instead of going
Drage
for
with the Lucy.
The quick outlet pass. Drage. He's going to shoot it wide.
Yeah, he had a defender all over him. I think he would have been better off pulling it out, waiting for his offense. But
again, he's eager to hit the scoreboard, so I think he saw an opening and he went for it. So good squeeze up the side boards there by Wells. He's going to have to stay on for the defensive set now. He's going to be up against McGregor. Here's the 2 guys we talked about having a very similar style play. Both number 8s. Good dish off there to Halliday. Beautiful. Turned Nagy inside out with about 3 pump fakes there, Mark. Good pass from McGregor.
Yeah, a tough one there. You saw Attridge slide up. It looked like McGregor maybe had a step on. Wells recognizing, hey, help you out a bit on defense there, but well, you know, McGregor just saw Holiday open at the crease, and that's not a guy who you want to give any time and space. And like you say, gave him a couple seconds, which is all day to throw a few fakes on Nagy and so give the Shamrocks the lead 9-8 here. 9-8
with 9 minutes to go. Brantford's got to be thinking, stay out of the penalty box. Clarington tonight has been no angels either, and Brantford's been able to capitalize a couple times on the power play at least as we get ready for the Aki Gerard show at the face-off circle. A quicker face-off than what we're used to. Robillard picks it up.
Right there to pick it up and gives him a important key.
Robillard waiting for the change. And
there we go, right back. You know, we were talking before the game, Wayne, about how important is the draw man in the box game. You know, if with some good defense, you can get it back in 30 seconds, but there's a case. Team scored, you get the ball right back and cash in and tie this game up. So, nice job by Aki on the draw. Robillard get the ball down in.
Austin Giles with the goal. And again, thwarting any sort of momentum by the Shamrocks there with that go-ahead goal to go ahead 9-8. It's going to be an infraction against Brantford, going to be Clarington ball. We're tied at 9 now, 8.5 left to play in period number 3. This is game 2 of the Meredith Cup, coming to you from Clarington. A bit of a turnover there. Please join us Monday night for game number 3. We apologize for the confusion tonight. We had issues with the internet here in Clarington. We're hoping to have a live feed on Monday. We're going to work on that for you, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for updates. Wells now with the ball. 8 minutes left to go. Working it around. Shoot, he went low, Mark. He didn't miss by much on that glove side.
Nope. He's going to chase it down. It's going to be a 30-second violation here, I think, but Shamrock's picking it up. Yeah, you know, Wayne, if we don't get the internet on Monday, I think that's a great opportunity. Get down here and watch these 2 teams. They're playing their hearts out. This entertainment factor is A+ for both of them. Come out and give them some support in these arenas and we'll see some good, solid lacrosse.
And you know what, Mark?
Two top clubs.
We mentioned it too with the festival right next door in Whitby in the Durham region. You know what? We should be able to fill this barn and you know, cheer on these 2 teams and you know, watch some good the top 2 junior C teams in the province. So
yeah, don't just come out to the game. Grab a neighbor, grab a friend who hasn't seen a game. We got to start packing every barn for this great game. at any level. There's no reason that we shouldn't be. Lacrosse is just one of those fast, exciting sports where you're going to get a few people hooked on if you drag them to the arena and they get their first taste of lacrosse.
Brantford now with the ball, just under 7 to go.
Oh, there we go. What a
Austin
shot by Giles. Has he not had the hot stick here?
That's got to be 3 for him tonight. Yep. That's 2. He's got the last 2 for Brantford to give them a 10-9 lead. 7 to go. Robillard had the ball most of that possession. Dishes off to Giles. Giles able to throw it past Cardiff from the outside. And it's quieted this Clarington side of the arena. Brantford has a good following here tonight. They're noisy. You would almost think we're in Brantford tonight, Mark.
Yeah, Giles with the last 3 goals here for the Warriors. Last goal of the second period, the first 2 here of the third period, giving the Warriors a 10-9 lead.
So Clarington now with the ball, looking to even this back up. Ball out of bounds. Shot goes wide. Brantford bringing the ball up. Parkinson, he's got the ball, waiting for his offensive team to come on. Ryan Dorr, he dishes off to Connor Merritt. Connor Merritt back to Giles. We've really seen the left side of this offense, Mark, really light up.
Giles maybe trying to get a shot, maybe a reset, but didn't quite get through the net. And Shamrocks pick up the ball on a 30-second violation. About 6 minutes left here with a 10-9 lead for Brantford.
So
lots of lacrosse.
Similar to game 1, Mark. Clarington finding themselves down early, halfway through the third period to late in the third period, see if they got some tricks in their bag. And again, Brantford just has to play disciplined lacrosse here. This game is theirs to lose again.
Yeah, they've... Oh, no crease call on there.
Withers. A good call, I think, as he dragged the toe across the line, trying to get across. And a good play there by Attridge, the AP. Wells. And Mark, with 5.5 to go now, how important is it that Brantford start using this clock, this 30 seconds?
I think it's too soon. Just give the ball to Giles.
He'll do it all for you.
4th straight goal for Brantford here, and they give him a 2-goal lead. I think you play your game. I think if you're Brantford, you just play your game. It seems to be working. Giles is on fire right now with a 4th straight goal.
Do you think this was part of the Brantford plan, is to keep Giles as your sleeper and focus on the right-hand side, and all of a sudden let him go loose in the third period? He's got 4 straight goals, one in the second period, and then 3 straight here in the third period. So Aki with another important win here. And again, Mark, you talked about the importance of face-offs. Aki winning that ball. Now you're going to see Brantford, again doing their thing, but also making sure they eat up as much of the clock as they can.
They were going to the net there as Robillard was cutting to the net. But they're keeping that ball down deep, which is important because, those few seconds will play a part. And they got to stay disciplined here too, Wayne. 2-goal lead, 5 minutes left in the game. That's a familiar story we've seen already in this short series early on going.
Shamrocks with the ball. Gerard's got it. He's got behind. He's being checked. He hits the crease. Referee Mark Smith right there for the call. Bit more of a spring to the step of the Brantford Warriors since taking the lead, Mark. They're really eager and hungry to win this one in Game 2. As we mentioned, Game 3 back here on Monday night for an 8 p.m. start. Brantford looking to even this series up at a game apiece.
Giles with the ball.
He's going to the net. He wants more. He says, give me 5.
A couple seconds left on the shot. See if they get a shot on net. Miss the net. 30-second violation.
Going to be Clarington ball.
They'll be hustling to the bench. 4 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the third.
Monroe dishes off. That's Cardiff with the ball. He was busy early on, but he's kind of quieted down here, Mark, in the second half of the game. There's a dish off there. It didn't work. Brantford going to pick it up again.
Look for that open floor, pull it out.
That's Ethan Riggs. A good job on the loose ball there. He's got it over to Connor Merritt. Merritt avoids the check. He's going to wait with 3:35 left to go in the third period. Robillard. Ooh, behind the backer almost went in, Mark.
Yeah, almost gave a big rebound back the other way, so a nice job by Ryan Dorr to pick it up.
Argent with the ball, with the stop.
Making the Shamrocks run the whole floor, but still lots of time.
A good hit there. The
Yeah,
defender waited for him to get the ball. Clarington just seeming very sloppy here, very on their heels right now, Mark. Brantford doing a good job of not giving them an inch to get back into this contest.
Yeah, that's the speed of the Brantford Warriors. Saw that in the series against Fergus, where Fergus started looking like they were back on their heels and playing in slow motion.
There's that full court press, Mark, we talked about. They stripped the player coming up.
Yeah,
usually your defenders don't have as good as sticks, and they were able to get the ball and get the turnover, but Clarington gets it right back.
No, they're not using the clock at all. They must think they have to
Carndiff
drive to the net within 10 seconds. Carndiff trying to get down. Another loose ball. Key pickup by Brantford as they lob it down the floor to Wells.
There's Wells. He's going to go to the net. There's a reset. Big stop by Carndiff. Looking to the bench. Carndiff's going. Clarington looking for that extra attacker now. Nope, Carndiff waved off. Clarington just not able to get any sort of a momentum going in the offensive zone. Brantford picks it up again with just 2 minutes to go now.
Nice pickup by Riggs. Dishes it off to Connor Merritt.
Great job here in the last half of the third period, Mark, by Brantford, by the Warriors to take away any sort of momentum. And here we got a bit of pushing and shoving. You'll probably see both guys go here. With 1:44 left to go in the third period. It is 11-9.
Gillis and Zanoski.
So we'll go a little bit of 4-on-4 action here. Should still be Brantford ball. We'll wait and see what referee Smith and Withers have to say. Referee Urshad on the floor helping police things.
It's like a rough for each.
Rough for each. We're going to do some 4-on-4 action here.
Well, you got to be smart with the ball here. They haven't used the clock over the last few minutes, but
no, they've been running it right down the throat of the Shamrocks, and rightfully so. And they're putting the pressure on when they're in transition. And you know what? They've definitely been the better team in this second half of the game.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start, which probably doesn't really surprise you for any road team, but they bounced right back, and they've been firing on all cylinders. And
here's another case, Mark. We want to get the ball down low. If you're the Brantford Warriors, you don't want that fast break. And there's
Connor Merritt down low. Beats Carnduff at the feet. 3-goal lead.
With 1:20 left to go.
They're saying our idea using up the clock is lining up for center for another face-off.
So with minute and 20 left to go, Jordan Aki and Gerard will get things straightened out here on the face-off as guys jostle for position. Referee Smith making sure guys' feet aren't crossed, making sure guys are given the space there. We'll get this underway.
Oh, we need some Woodies on the draws now in late in the stages of the game.
And referee Withers not taking his eyes off those guys on the line.
Aki wins it clean. Drives it to that Argent. Argent's going to shoot.
Argent picks up the rebound. 1 minute to go, Mark. Robillard just looking to eat up some of the clock here.
Definitely some jockeying for
the
next game. And they call Warlow.
Warlow's going to get 2 for unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that was a good call. He could have been called for a hold.
I think referee Smith gave him the benefit of the doubt, and the guy fell down, but then went straight after his stick and kicked it away from him. Definitely a 2-minute unsportsmanlike late here. Under a minute now, Mark, to go. Brantford with a power play, 4-on-3. Goaltender Cardiff going for a quick water break here, but
both teams with already a couple guys listed as suspensions from the shenanigans in the first game. Nothing wrong with setting the tone for game 3 here, but you don't want to do anything that's going to hurt your team or make the lineups a little bit more difficult on the coaches.
So with now 50 seconds left to go, Robillard with the ball up top. He's going to try to eat up as much as he can. They'll work it down to likely about 25 seconds. Robillard waiting for the shot clock to expire. Argent with a shot. Almost sneaks it through under the stick hand of Cardiff. So with 24 seconds left to go now.
Well, they've got to get it over. They're still short. I'm not sure the referees are counting.
So Brantford's going to even this series, Mark, at a game apiece. What a huge win for them tonight, and a huge gritty effort in the third period. Great job by the bench staff.
Oh, the fans that travel with the team are going to go home happy. That's always a nicer drive home for the road team when they come out with a win. Kudos to them. They go the whole game, and they were credited today with a 12-9 victory here in the Shamrocks home barn.
You know what, a decisive victory, Mark. I think, like we said, the second half of the game, Brantford completely outplayed Clarington in every fashion possible. They were getting the loose balls. They were forcing them on the transition game. You know, some great shooters. Now I think coaching staff for Clarington has a tough call. Do they come back with Underwood, or they stick with Cardiff in game 3? But regardless, we're back here, Mark, on Monday night for an 8 o'clock start. A 12-9 win for the Brantford Warriors, and like we said, this is the first win for the West Division in a few years, so good for Brantford. And, any parting shots, Mark, before we go?
No, get out to the arena on Monday. That's all I've got to say. This is some great lacrosse, and you won't be disappointed.
All right, guys, for Mark Szyskowski and Wayne Paddock and all the guys here at JVI, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on Monday.